Hey everybody, welcome to Saving Green's Homestead. My name is Keisha, and if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I welcome you. You guys, the birds are out singing. It's a nice warm day, and I have some video clips for you to show you of some things that I'm working on or that I've been doing for the last few days. So I'm gonna show you those video clips and then show you what the results are of everything that I did. So I am out here. You can see that the ground looks scorched. My husband and I came out here with I call it a flamethrower, but as you saw in the opening of this video, we were trying to burn some of these weed grasses and stuff. So anyways, I'm going to show you these clips, and I will see you back with the results at the end. Some of these buckets held together, and I'm going to reuse them to grow stuff in, but some of these buckets are falling apart. As you can see, I can't reuse this one, so I am reusing the soil that's in here. And I got some of these flexible low plastic seed starter cups, and they already have holes in the bottom, and these are really cool. Thank you, Mandy, for sharing these with us at the seed swap. But I've just been filling these up with the soil in here, and I'm gonna show you what I'm doing with it exactly. These are all the cups that I already filled with that soil. And you guys, I did find these cups online at Walmart. It's $10 for 100 of them. I'll put the link below if you'd like to check it out, but these are really cool. So what I'm gonna do with these, I have tons of little hollyhock seedlings that are just growing up and popping up everywhere. So there's these, and then there's some on the ground over here, and then there's some in my stevia container, and then there's some over here. Wait, and there's more. There's some over here, some over here. So, oh wait, there's even more. These are all hollyhocks seedlings coming up here. That's the one thing with hollyhocks, they're beautiful. They can fill in a space. So, but if you're not wanting to have a whole bunch of them growing, then you got to make sure you deadhead the seed pods that forms on there, and I didn't. And so I have seeds scattered everywhere, and they're coming up. If you have a large open space that you just want to fill with something really pretty, I would say use hollyhocks, because they're gorgeous and they're edible. You can eat the flowers and the leaves. So they're not a bad thing to grow. It's just, you know, I wasn't staying on top of seed control. And so I have hollyhock seeds. Look, there's more in here. Hollyhock seeds everywhere. So anyways, what I'm gonna do is I am gonna take, let's see, I'm trying to do this one-handed. I am gonna take these little seedlings out of here. I'm gonna come over here and make a little hole in here. And put this down in there, in that hole. Uh-oh. I can't do it with just one hand, I guess. But anyways, you guys get the gist. I'm planting these hollyhock seedlings in there. And in a few weeks, a little less than a few weeks, I'm going to be participating in a seedling sale. And so I'm going to sell these hollyhock seedlings at the seedling sale, along with some tomatoes and peppers and other things. But I mean, why not? I got these popping up all over my yard. So I'm going to fill in the rest of this tray with these seedlings that I pull out. But before I get started transplanting all of these seedlings in here, I wanted to show you guys, I am going to bottom water in this tray. I figure it probably make it easier for me to plant if the soil is already moist. I mean, it was moist earlier, but it's been sitting here for a little while in the sun now, so. And I left that little space right there open just for this purpose, so that I can water in that part of it. And I'm just gonna let this water, give it a chance to soak into these cups and let the soil absorb it. And then I'm gonna come back and finish planting the rest of this tray. It just makes it a little easier, I think. I was able to get some bigger hollyhock seedlings that volunteered, potted up. And then these are some sunflowers that volunteered that I potted up. And then I managed to get these all finished. I bottom watered everything with some fish tank water that I saved when my husband cleaned out his freshwater fish tank. And so that'll help feed these guys. But I was walking around to see what else volunteered, and I have these palms that have come up, and I don't have palm trees, so my neighbor does, but I'm thinking the birds probably are the culprits for planting those in my garden. So I do have more palms on this side as well that are growing, that I'm gonna try and take out and see if I can get them to survive, and then I can sell those too. And I do have this volunteer pomegranate that I am gonna dig out and pot so that I can sell that one as well. You guys, any kind of volunteers that you have, I wouldn't pluck them and toss them like weeds. I just put them in some little containers, and maybe you can make a buck or two selling them off or just giving them away to people. I have been rifling through my seed collection for just different seeds that I can plant for my tortoises. And so I am gonna plant these in my tortoise area in the brick. Since I last showed this area to you guys, I have since put in potting soil in each of the parts of the brick here, and I have the water line here. It's not connected fully yet. I'm working on that. That's going to be the next task after I get the seeds planted in here. But you guys, that tortoise, Thaddeus, he's down over in his little cave right now. That little booger, you see him sticking out right there? That little booger managed to break out of this area after I went through all this work. He found a weak spot and broke out right up there at the very end, at the top, right up here. So he caved in his den a little bit, so I had to dig that out. And then now I put this metal rod, well, my husband helped me. He pounded in this metal rod all the way down. It's a long rod. And we reconfigured this and put more brick so that that little booger can stay contained. I can't believe he did that. I'm still mad at that because I did all that work. But so far so good. It's been a couple of days and he hasn't figured out how to get out. So I think I got it down this time, hopefully. At least until all of this stuff starts to grow that I plant in these bricks. Part of the reason why I want to plant stuff in here is because it'll look nice and beautify this area. Another reason is so that the tortoises can graze on it and it'll be foods that are edible for them so that they can do that. And then also to act as a natural barrier so that Thaddeus can't look out and see all the other green. It'll all hopefully kind of just blend. And when he sees the green on this, in this brick area right in front of him, maybe he won't pay attention to the green that's beyond that. That's the hope, at least. And in that way, he won't try and escape as much. So we'll see how that works. But so far, he's got a point on me with breaking out already. So I am going to plant these seeds and get this stuff set up and then water it all in. And you guys, as these things grow, then I'll show you what it all looks like. I can't wait to see how it turns out in the summertime, how it's going to look when it's all filled in and everything is grown in. But yeah, I can't wait for that. So I am going to go ahead and get started. So I got the dirt filled in already, but I also put the water out here. I had it all good, and then guess who struck? Thaddeus. Always trying to find a way to escape. And he kind of messed up the water line there a little bit, but I got everything planted in there that for them to be able to eat. And so hopefully it'll grow fast. All this stuff that I planted in here, just various flowers and things that is good and healthy for my tortoises. That bird is loud. And every time I talk, look, he wants to say something. He wants to say something. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so hopefully those things will grow fast and it'll help block his view of outside. It'll distract them hopefully and get him to not think of what's going on the outside of his enclosure, but just focusing on what's close in. So at least that's the hope. So I'm happy with the outcome of this. I'm not so happy with Mr. Thaddeus right now. But it is what it is. When it comes to tortoises and chickens, you know, they like to escape, and that's what they do. So also, I was able to get these palms that volunteered in my container garden over here out, and got some of these hollyhock and sunflower volunteers out of the garden, and these other hollyhock volunteers out of the garden. You guys, this bird, I think he is talking to me. Because every time I talk, he says something. And now he's facing this way. Right at me. Man. Okay. I also got this volunteer pomegranate. Dug it up and got him potted. We'll see how well they do. And then I'm not quite sure what this one is. I'm thinking maybe oleander. Because at first I thought he was pomegranate, but you can see there's a difference in the way that the leaves start out and the way that they look. These are red versus these are all green. So I think this might be oleander. It's the only other tree that I have growing here on my property that I'm thinking it could be. So I'm gonna watch and see what it turns into. And then this one hasn't even budded yet, so I can't even begin to tell you. I mean, he's budding, but he doesn't have any leaves yet, so I can't even begin to tell you what he is. But anyways, you guys, I just wanted to show you that I got that stuff done, and I only have one more volunteer palm that's inside this bucket with the apple tree, and I think I'm gonna leave him for right now. Let him get a little bigger before I take him out and pot him up too. I have some more cleanup that I need to do on these pots to get them prepped for me to plant stuff in. And I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Slowly, I'm getting there. I'm working on a whole bunch of different things, and I'm getting there. Anyway, so look at this. Already there. This one is an early sprouter. This fig, it always sprouts early. Anyways, I am jabbering. I have some things that got delivered today that I am excited for. A new irrigation system that I'm going to be putting in my garden for this season. So be looking out for that video. And some weed cloth that I'm going to try. A different type. It's very different. It's not anything I've used before. So I will talk to you guys some more about that in future videos. So thank you so much for watching this video. And as always, you guys, God bless.